Straps, 200 metres to go. It's Kelkani Royale, Squid Game, Sham, I Am Nazrawi, and Varanskova out wide is absolutely thumping home. Stretch right across the track. Squid Game in the middle, lifting. This is tight. This is tight. Squid Game or Varanskova, and Kelkani Royale over on the far side third.
Welcome, everybody, to a new podcast, Week in Review. I'll be reviewing a few races from during the week, from maidens to metro races, and dissecting the big races when they come to us, the big Group 1s, and giving my thoughts on those races and trying to find you a future winner throughout the spring. Feel free to hit me up on your thoughts on some races or what your black booker is, and we'll go through them too. So let's kick things off from last Sunday, the 10th of the 7th, Ballarat Race 2. Maiden race over 1,400 metres. It was a heavy track. This is my turf. Is the horse I want to follow. Hasn't drawn a barrier in its first prep and keeps in the line well. Due to the outside barriers, they've had to be quite negative on this horse. Last start, the last 1,000, 800, 600, 400, 200 home was the top 10 of the meeting. And I'll be looking for this horse to draw a positive barrier to be more positive in run. This is my turf. He should be winning next start. Move over to Monday, Donald, the 11th of the 7th. Race 5 was a maiden over 1620 on a good 4. The horse I want to follow is Cat Skill. Was horrible tactics from the jockey Lawrencini. The horse's best racing is when they are on speed. Now this race at Donald had no speed on paper and they elected to go back to last. The tempo was very slow and they stayed back on the inside and never really saw daylight. If they can find a weak maiden and be positive, and this horse will be winning. That is Cat Skill. Move over to yesterday at Moe, 16th of the 7th. Heavy 9, race 3 over 1623. There's two horses I want to follow. That's Lady Vuitton and Oz Spirit. Lady Vuitton just finds one better each time and will break its maiden next start. I just want to see this horse on a good track now. Has some good tactics, being forward in most of its races. Maybe 2,000 metres might be the answer. By done deal, the distance won't be an issue. Ready to win. That is Lady Vuitton. Move over to Oz Spirit. Don't think it handles the heavy tracks. It's had 2 starts with 2 heavy track runs and now looking for 2,000 metres. First 2 starts have been quite negative on the horse. Going back to near last, I would really like to see this horse up on speed and taking bad luck out of it. Might be a really good each way play next odds. Hopefully they don't run into each other. We'll move over to yesterday's action at Flemington. Soft 6 track race to well. Could win from anywhere. Let's go through some of the races. Race 1 for the 2-year-olds, 1,000 metres down the straight. Digger kick to find the drift, 220 out the 320. Was a nice win off its jump outs, and thought the trainer's comments are worth mentioning. He was saying the horse was only 80% fit, now heads to the Vane Stakes probably, and probably meets some tougher opposition now. But keen to see how it goes next start, considering the way it won, and it was 80% fit. Nice horse. The other one I want to mention here is Salicil. Was backed 11s into 6s. Good support after 9 a.m. Thought it could have gone a lot better with that market support. Maybe needs to go around a corner and be suited for this horse. So maybe Caulfield or back up to Sydney around a corner. That is Salicil. We'll move over to race 2 here for the 3-year-olds over 1,700 metres. What a brutal run race. I thought Freedom Escape was huge and hit the line well. Has had some bad barriers, and that's why they've had to go near last this prep. Can't wait to see this horse at the 2,000 metres next start and a good barrier. It's definitely one to follow. Freedom Escape. Interesting, Lady Adelaide rider Theo Nugent reported that he'd been no intention to lead. However, when wide early stages, he elected to stride forward and obtained the lead. He added that the filly failed to respond when placed under pressure and was disappointing. Well, Theo, I don't think the horse couldn't and wouldn't have responded with the fast tempo you went up front. Weird that the stewards accepted that. I'd forgive it if you back to Lady Adelaide. Jockey change would be ideal as well, as the winners and place getters came from near last, and you can't be winning going that fast up front. Poor ride, I thought. Theo Nugent. Race 4, we'll go to the Flemington Cup, 2,800 metres. Oh, they went jumper speed up front here. 3 votes to Craig Williams for the ride on Horrifying when Craig Williams on a leader tends to go really slow. That's something we need to keep our eye. As a punter, clearly I forgot about it, slipped my mind, and yeah, we paid dearly. Maybe jockeys need to be more aware of this too. Daniel Stackhouse ride on Mimi's Award was good without winning. Along the back, rolled forward. And when he realised Willow put the brakes on, he went forward and gave his horse a chance. I think it ran third or fourth without winning. It was a nice ride. So credit to Daniel Stackhouse for using his initiative. It's a pity some others didn't. Originally thought Jamie Carr lost the race on Irish Through Eyes in the first 200 metres, but going back to last when she was only following instructions from the trainer. They wanted to get cover and then not roll forward. Stewards questioned the rider, but responded with just following the instructions. She added that she would have preferred to allow the geldings drive forward mid-race when the tempo was at its slowest. However, was mindful of the specific instructions she was given, and for this reason, elected to do so. Stewards confirmed that the instructions given from David Eustace was and expressed his disappointment in the tempo of the race, but reiterated that Through Irish Eyes was not suited when ridden forward. Bit weird by the trainer saying he was disappointed with the tempo. Maybe they didn't do their research on Willow when he's on a leader. He normally racks and stacks, so maybe their tactics were just wrong. I thought if you can roll forward, it would have been a better option, but I shouldn't be questioning them. But yeah, you can definitely follow. If Irish Through Eyes goes again, I think it should be winning next start with a better tempo and not as far back. WhatsApp, guys. As you know, I've opened my WhatsApp for free, so if you want to join, want my tips and thoughts on Victorian Metro racings, DM me for more info and I can get used to join our WhatsApp group. Yesterday, the community were up 7 units for today. Good time to get involved. Strike while the iron is hot. Plenty of tips floating around from the community and myself, so DM me to get involved. We were playing at Hong Kong, a few of them, and we were playing at the Greyhounds as well. So DM me to get involved. Simple. Race 6 here, benchmark 78 over the 1,000. Wow, Willow won this race on Squid Game by just sitting a lot closer than normal. If he sat midfield or worse, there's no way he wins. It was a hard watch because he never really looked confident in winning. Willow lifted it, and that's why you have the best jockeys on your horses. Veriskova was huge last start and was over racing early. Worth following, I feel, did have some nice support, 950s in the 750. Also, Squid Game was 220 and $1.95. Got to as short as $1.80 Squid Game. So I think the punters will be quite happy. But no, Willow, 10 out of 10 ride. I liked it. Don't know if I could be following Squid Game going forward. I thought it would win by more and be a bit more impressive, but maybe he's just had enough, or maybe the 1,000 just didn't suit him. So I'm keen to put a line through him, but he's a nice horse. Verenskova is the one I want to be with moving forward. Race 7 here, 2,000 metres, open handicap. Previewed this on the podcast. So interesting things to dissect here. Slowly run race and was a sit and sprint. And multiple times, different horses looked the winner. First to 7th was 2.2 lengths. So it's hard to follow anything out of this race with confidence, but I think I found a couple because normally bunch finishes, people like to stay away. As I said, previewed it on Thursday, and I liked the Aguilar. I thought went well, but didn't know it was going to sit outside leader. Well, yeah, as I said, went well. No excuses. I also like Kipps, and he was traveling behind them and looked the winner when he peeled out, but he just couldn't quicken enough. Was that the sit and sprint, or was it just due to fitness? The 3 horses I want to follow out of this race is High Emotion. He was huge, sat last and hit the line well. Will be interesting to see where they place this horse now. Clearly likes the soft tracks. If they can find soft tracks in this prep, it's going to be in for a very, very good prep. That is High Emotion. Also, Interpretation was good also. Was at an unsuitable distance, hitting the line well. 2 might have been a hidden gem run, as there were other runners people might be looking at. We'll be looking to get involved with this horse when it gets to 2,400 metres plus. One thing I did note, interesting watch on Mancayan. Geez, I thought you stiff not to win. The head-on vision. And when Cartwright had the whip in the left hand, he wasn't as balanced as the other jockeys were. If you can just have a look, he was like leaning to one side or not sitting directly straight on the horse. Don't know if that's because he had the whip in the left hand and he doesn't ride as straight when that happens. I'm no jockey expert, but just thought it looked a bit weird. And then from the 100 to the 50 metre mark left, jockey was swapping to the left to the right hand with the whip. And when that happened at the 50 metre mark, the horse responded and jockey was nice and straight after that. So through the line, Mancayan was huge as well. So I wonder if it just cost the horse, the whip being in the left hand. But have a look, head on Stewart's vision. Let us know your thoughts. I think it wins if it was in the whip was in the other hand, or he did it a bit, changed it a bit earlier. So they're my thoughts for Saturday, guys. So yeah, keen with Mancayan, high emotion, interpretation, Ference Cova, maybe Iris Through Eyes if you can go again. What was the other one? Freedom Escape from race 2, and yeah, Giga Kick and Cell Seal out of race 1. Each week I'll be giving 3-2-1 voting system for the racing week, and this week I think 3 votes can easily go to Craig Williams. His rides on Horrifying Squid Games were elite, and it was good to see him riding well. You can back his rides with some confidence now. Been huge since Wednesday, a double there, double yesterday. So good to see Willow back to his best off a little break. 2 votes, Jay Carr rode a double in races 7 and 8. Good to see she has come back well too. Yeah, she could have easily had the 3 if Iris Through Eyes got up, but she settled on 2. And I'm going to give 1 vote to Maddie Cartwright here. Good ride on Giga Kick and was in multiple placings on Saturday at nice odds. And if he lifted Mancayan, could have easily got the 2 or 3 votes. So that's 3 to Willow, 2 to Carr, 1 to Cartwright. Guys, that's all for now. We'll be back on Thursday for the preview of the Bletchley Stakes at Caulfield. Let us know your black bookers. DM if you want to be part of the community. Yeah, look forward to seeing you Thursday, and we'll be back next Sunday with more of Racing in Review. Thanks all.
I'm not a good person, but it just goes to show that good things do happen to bad people. So anyone out there who's up against the wall, fucking stick to it. Every cent you got, your rent, your electricity bill, if you're going to buy your missus a ring, don't fucking do it. Keep punting. Keep fucking punting.